When the going get tough, crumble like a cracker and quit. That's not how it goes. But as it turns out, quitting is very good for people who like to make their money by managing people's sickness and poverty. So the next time you think about quitting something really important, think about that. Why would you want to benefit people that profit by managing your sickness and poverty at the expense of you so that you and your family can have less while people like that can have more? That makes no sense, and that could go to the heart of income inequality for this country too, for that matter, and why there's a top 1% that has 90% of the wealth from the bottom 90%. That doesn't make any sense. But there's a lot of quitters. There's a lot of people that don't see things through that are very important. Most people are not financially free and have their schedules and their time dictated to them because 49 out of 50 of you watching this video, for example, 49 out of every 50 of you are living in dependency to money to pay your bills and feed your family. Also, that the top 1% can manage your sickness and your poverty so they can have more while you have less. So who sold you that idea? Who sold you that scam of working for money for a paycheck to pay your bills? That doesn't make any sense. Why would anybody want to be controlled and manipulated through money dependency? And you know it's true because you know that if you stopped working at your job, and for most of you self-employed people too, for that matter, most of the self-employed and everybody that is needy for their job, you know if you were to quit, leave there, whatever, fire your boss, then you would not be able to put food on the table or pay your bills anymore. So you are controlled and manipulated through that dependency. They dangle it in front of you. Your boss and your boss's boss, they're victims of the same scam. And what a pyramid scam that is. It's insanity that it's still seen as a legitimate way to make money and provide safety and security and stability. All the while you have no freedom at all. You can't even be yourself. And if you have a boss that lets you be yourself, that's pretty cool, but you're still at the leisure and the permission of somebody else. That's just the way that your schedule is dictated to you, your time. Also that they can hold that little carrot in front of you and threaten to take it away with a policy and procedure manual that's 9 miles high. And if you break a rule, you could be reprimanded or disciplined or have your livelihood taken away from you. That's insanity, and most people fall victim for that, and you're expected to be grateful to work 40 plus years to retire poorer than you were when you were working. Scam. Don't fall for that scam anymore. So what do I recommend that you look at? Look at passive and residual money. It's completely different and opposite of the kind of money that you've been conditioned to be needy for at your job. And for most of you self-employed people, same thing. You're still working for a paycheck that you cannot escape from. You're totally attached to money. Whether you like it or believe it or not, it's the truth. And I think you'll know it's true if you ask yourself, if I fired my boss, could I pay my bills anymore? For 49 out of 50 people of you, the answer is hell no. I need that job. They can manipulate and control me any which way they want to because they hold my livelihood in front of me. And if I break a rule that's from a policy and procedure manual 9 miles high, then my livelihood can be gone, possibly. So don't fall for that scam anymore. Research residual passive income. There's Google, there's YouTube. I've got my website, tomberkenmeyer.com. Spelled just like it is on social media, take out the space, all lowercase, tomberkenmeyer.com. I've written lots about passive and residual money. It's not just a different type of income than the one you're currently making. It's flat out superior to your inferior income that can be taken away from you, and then you're on the streets starving with your kids. That is such a scam, and you don't need to live in a way any longer that benefits people who profit by controlling and manipulating you through money dependency, or people that profit when you quit on your own financial freedom and other important things that's under the umbrella of being a free human being. But you're not going to get those freedoms unless you have freedom of the mind first. Freedom of the mind precedes all other freedoms. Financial freedom, which gets you your freedom of your time so you can spend your time how you wish and detach yourself from money. A lot of people, the 49 out of 50, this is the worst part of it. This is the biggest scandal that happens in people's brains that they pull over themselves every day. They will give the moral superior high ground talk to themselves and anybody that asks about how money isn't that important. and along that, just a basic negative energy attached to money, all the while they live a lifestyle that is totally dictated by money and controlled and manipulated by the dependency of that money, that neediness, that sick codependency for that money, all the while saying that stuff about how money isn't that important to them and there's more important things in life than this and that. If you really feel that way about money, that it's not that important, then you have to detach yourself from it. And the only way you can do that is to start learning and doing passive and residual income. It is the antithesis of the ordinary earned income you get at your job. It's the only income type that gives you your freedom so you can spend your time how you want and actually give sustenance to the words coming out of your mouth when you say things like money isn't that important, doesn't rule me. Yes, it does. It absolutely rules you. That's why you need passive and residual income, so that you can be the ruler over that instead of money ruling you. It flips everything. It flips the script. Instead of money ruling you and controlling and manipulating you, you can rule money and control and manipulate money so that you've got your time, you've got your life back. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So if you really want to give meaning and resonance and sustenance to those words of what's really important to you, and even just being a genuine person so you can afford to be yourself, you have to get out of that pyramid scam of ordinary earned income. And it's not even about dissing a job. I mean, keep your job, love your job. It's when it becomes optional because you're covered with residual and passive money that you built up maybe in your spare time. When it becomes optional, that's cool. When your job is not optional, it's a pyramid scam. It's a hoax that you've allowed other people to pull over yourself. You've been you've been suckered. I was suckered too, but I got out of that racket and beginning that process in 2007. That was quite a few years ago now. And you can do it too. You can do it in your spare time. And if you don't get started on it, then you'll live and die by it. And what kind of a legacy is that to leave behind? Or what is even just for the present and for tomorrow? It's no way to live. I don't believe anybody was designed that way by our makers, by the powers that be of the universe. Nobody was designed to be a prisoner or a wage slave or to be controlled and manipulated by people, by money, by anything like that. That's nonsense. So get out of it. You can do it. Don't live a lifestyle that's a quitter and of control and dependency through money or any resource for that matter. Okay? You can do it. TomBerkenmeyer.com. And feel free to share this message if you know some people who would dig the value of this message. That is so important, goes to the heart of who we are as people, yearning to be free. Feel free to share this message. And if you enjoy the idea of being a whistleblower against people that do profit by managing people's sickness and poverty, if you want to be a whistleblower against people that are managing your sickness and poverty, and learn how to make some money with health and fitness and wealth and merging and marrying the two, health and wealth, because if you have your health and your wealth and your freedom, you got more options. Then you're going to have the breath, you're going to have the vitality and the time and the emotional energy to be able to spend your time how you want and do what you want, things that are really important to you and with whom is important to you. If you like that idea and you want to learn how to make money by perpetuating health and happiness and holistic healing and railing against and being a whistleblower against people that are making their money by managing sickness and poverty, then private message me. I've been doing it since 2007. It's a wonderful experience. And I look forward to hearing from you, especially via private message. So I'll see you real soon. And bye for now.